Hey guys, this is gonna be it's Crazy Gamer 12. Welcome back to another video. This is going to be my 8th part of the Let's Talk series. As in this video, I figured I talk to you guys about Donkey Kong. Now, Donkey Kong has been around since the early 80s, 1981. So the first game, Donkey Kong for the arcade, in 1981, that came out, and that was the first ever game. I believe that was the first ever game made by Nintendo, but I don't remember for sure. But it was the first Donkey Kong game that ever came out. So that's pretty cool. I actually played it before, and it's definitely very, very hard. It's not easy, guys. You're gonna have a hard time. So, anyway, back to the storyline. So, that came out. Then Donkey Kong 2 for the Game Boy, I believe, came out. I don't remember. I think it was the Game Boy. And then Donkey Kong 3. Yeah, I don't know much about the early Donkey Kong games except for like the Donkey Kong Country games. But Donkey Kong 1 through 3 came out in the 80s for sure. And then Donkey Kong Country for the SNES in 1994 came out. And then following that, Donkey Kong Land came out, which I think is a remake of the first Donkey Kong Country. So yeah, I don't actually know for sure if that's how it worked, because I heard that Donkey Kong Land, each Donkey Kong Land represented the Donkey Kong Country games. So Donkey Kong Country, then Donkey Kong Land, then Donkey Kong Country 2 in 1995, then Donkey Kong Land 2, which is the remade version of the second one, and then Dixie Kong Double Trouble, the Donkey Kong Country 3 came out in 1996, and then Donkey Kong Land 3 also came out, which is the remake of that game. And I heard on the internet, I looked it up on the internet, like Donkey Kong Country 4, and I looked at images, and I think there's actually a Donkey Kong Country 4 that came out, I think. I don't know exactly if that's a real Donkey Kong Country game or not, or an actual game period, but I heard that that's an actual game. So if you guys could let me know down below if that's an actual game, that would be great.
I wasn't questioning a thing. I was listening.
So I heard it's called The Kong's Returns.
Alright, I'm coming.
So anyway, that's how that worked. And then Donkey Kong 64 came out earlier, before the first Donkey Kong Country, I believe. And then for the Wii, Donkey Kong Country Returns came out in 2010. Then Donkey Kong Country Returns 3D for the 3DS came out, which is the remake of the Wii version. That's my dad. Sorry about that. Anyway, so that came out in 2013. Then 2014, Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze came out. So that's the latest Donkey Kong game that's come out. And yeah, I don't know if they're making any new ones. I hope, because I really want to get into playing I'm getting into Donkey Kong games quite a lot, so I want to see if there's any new ones that are going to come out. Like maybe for the next Wii, which might be coming out pretty soon. So yeah. So yeah, that's like, so Donkey Kong Country is the first original game. So now I'm going to talk about how I would rate the Donkey Kong Country games. So Donkey Kong Country, the first one, pretty good game. I would highly recommend that game. It's a very fun game. Highly recommend it. It's a really good game. It's challenging but very fun at the same time. So yeah, first ever Donkey Kong Country game that ever came out. Then so yeah. pretty good game. Highly recommend it. Donkey Kong Country 2, Diddy Kong's Quest. I've played that. I've actually gotten quite far. I actually got pretty far in that game. I think I got up to World 6 or something. But yeah, it's also a very fun game. Highly recommend that game as well. It's very challenging, though. It's very challenging. I've never beaten the game yet, but it's a very fun game. I highly recommend it. Then the third one, Dixie Kong's Double Trouble, the Donkey Kong Country 3. I've never played that game, but I've actually looked at YouTube videos about that game, and it seems like it's pretty fun. And there's actually a new character. I forget his name. He's like all big and chubby and stuff. I forget his name though, and he has like big lips. I forget his name. He wears like a blue shirt. I don't remember what that guy's name is, but he's in that game, and it's pretty cool. And then there's and there's Donkey Kong. There's the remakes of the 3 Donkey Kong Country 1, 2, and 3. For the Game Boy Advance, the game made Game Boy Advance versions of those 3 Donkey Kong Country games, which I think is pretty cool. So like you can play those on the go. If you really wanted to play a Donkey Kong Country game on the go, you can do that with the Game Boy Advance version. So that's pretty cool. And then there's Donkey Kong Country Returns. Awesome game. Probably one of my favorites in the series. Probably my absolute favorite Donkey Kong game that I own. Very fun game. Personally, I like the 3DS version a little bit better because not only can you take it with you to places because, it's portable, so it's DS, you can take it with you, but it's also the new version is a lot better. There's more items in the shop. There's like new items. You have 3 hearts instead of 2. You could also play the old version if you want to. You can have like the same amount of health you did in the first one and the same items in Cranky Shop, but the new version has new items and an added heart to your health bar. And then there's Tropical Freeze. I would rate Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze very good game. Highly recommend that game. It's for the Wii U. It's a very good game. It allows you to play with all 4 Kongs: Donkey Kong, Diddy Kong, Dixie Kong, and Cranky Kong. And I think that's amazing. Except for that other guy from the third country, the third Donkey Kong Country game. Forget his name. If you guys could let me know what that guy's name is in the comments, that'd be great. He's not in that game, though. That'd be cool if you could play with, and also you could play, and imagine if you could have, Funky Kong or Candy Kong on your side. That would be amazing. You could have all those different Kongs on your side. But you could play with Dixie, Diddy, and, Donkey Kong, obviously. Well, he's the main character, so of course you can play as him. But, your sidekicks are Diddy Kong, Dixie Kong, and Cranky Kong. So, Diddy Kong, he has the jetpack, so you can, float for a couple seconds. Dixie Kong, kind of you go up a little bit. You get to float, you get to, get an extra boost upward. So, you can get to higher spots with hers, and she's actually very helpful. I use her, every single level, if that's possible. And then there's Cranky Kong. Cranky Kong, you bounce on his crane. You bounce on his crane, and you could bounce. Basically, Cranky Kong is good for spots. If you need to bounce through spikes or something. Cranky Kong, his crane could bounce on spikes, so you won't take damage if you hit spikes when you use his crane ability. And also, underwater, he actually swings at the enemies. He swings his cane at the underwater enemies, which I think is amazing. So that could be helpful. He could be pretty helpful under the water. Dixie Kong is pretty good above ground, not so much underwater because, if she's good for secret exits that are located in the water. Because Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze actually has secret exits. So basically, if you if there's a strong current, she has a hair she has a little swimming ability where her hair moves like a propeller, and it actually powers against it. So you can actually swim against it, and actually, like, you can get to the portal. So, and then there's Diddy. Diddy is actually, I didn't know that he had an ability under the water until recently. Well, his jetpack makes you go extremely fast if you hold the 2 button. So cool. He's good for, like, if those guys who probably, like, famous YouTubers who play, like, famous Nintendo YouTubers who've played Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. 4-4 Iritz 8, I think that's the name of that level. The squid's, like, ink is chasing you upward. Diddy is the guy you want to take with you during that level, because his jetpack can be an insane help during that. It's insane. It helps a lot. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much all I want. That's all I can really say for the Donkey Kong games. Honestly, Donkey Kong is probably one of my favorite Nintendo characters, and I enjoy playing the Donkey Kong games that are out there, and especially the older ones like Donkey Kong Country 1, 2. I haven't played the 3rd one yet. I will get to that game once I beat the 2nd one. But the 3rd one seems cool because I've seen videos of that game, of the 3rd game. So, and also, once again, let me know if there's actually a 4th country game. Let me know in the comments down below if that's a real game or not. Or if that's actual part of the series or something. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much all I wanted to say in this Let's Talk video. And yeah, I will see you guys later.